Going back to what you were
Yes.
saying with the rioting, so we had the
Yeah.
COVID mandates,
Yeah.
then we had the rioting.
Right.
All of that had to do with the municipal government that
Yeah.
was in place.
Yeah.
Our city council instituted a mask mandate. Our city council shut down businesses, and we're in a conservative area.
Yeah.
But our council was not conservative.
Still in it.
It's still not. We had abdicated our responsibility as conservatives to get out and vote in those April elections to make sure that our council members were conservative. We did flip those seats in 21.
You did.
Which was encouraging.
Yeah.
But now we got complacent again, and it's about 50-50. Now we have a very small majority, but they're working very diligently to flip it back.
Who is the mayor now?
Lou Maggots is the
Maggots. Is there somebody moving in on him?
Yeah, there'll be an election next year.
His term is up.
Yeah.
Is it Gravin or the tall guy? Kevin?
Yeah, I've heard several names mentioned, but I don't think that anyone has formally committed. He's the mayor pro temp currently, okay. Yeah. But I haven't heard any names formally mentioned.
So what are your grades so far for Donald Trump and what he's doing with the tariffs and all the other things, trying to take over D.C. maybe?
Well, according to Joe Biden, I'm ultra MAGA, so yeah. I give him an A+.
Well, okay.
The tariffs are working, right?
So you're ultra MAGA. Yeah, apparently they're working like great. Mm-hmm. He's got suggestions for Israel. He's got the Abraham Accords. He's got a lot of Arab countries suddenly backing him,
right?
Versus Hamas, even.
Right. So we had BRICS that was, posing a threat to our economy, but yeah. I think he's overcome that. So it's I'm going to forget the name, but they were forming their own coalition.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm. Right. Okay, I don't recognize that because they've all given that up, I think.
Yeah, for the most part.
And even India is India's probably in a panic by now because they haven't done anything and they're about to do it. Mm-hmm. So I think he's won that battle for the most part.
I think he has won that battle.
And won it, and it's fair, and it's fair to America, and never has been. Let's see him take over Canada and maybe buy Greenland.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't object, would you?
Absolutely not. Yeah. But you know who I give an F to?
Okay, who?
Us.
Yeah, okay.
Going back to the municipal elections.
Go ahead.
Again, it's just we have such a low voter turnout. And so, you're seeing the left is trying to infiltrate our rural communities. 70% of Phelps County voted for Trump. So what does that tell you? Do you think that we're liberal or conservative overall? You would say conservative.
Right.
But the liberals will host these town halls. They had this No Kings protest where they brought a bunch of people in from out of town to make it look like, that they're gaining on us. Well, they're not even at 50%. So I give us an F for not doing our part to show up in April or to petition our legislators to move our municipal elections to November.
Okay. Yeah.
Where there's generally a more conservative turnout for that election or just a better turnout in general.
Sure. I would agree with that.
Yes.
That's an idea.
And our school board too. Let's not forget about our school board as well.
Well, yeah. No, so you're in the nuts and bolts of local elections and local municipal people that are supposed to be doing a job that the federal government may or may not approve of, and people in these areas are truly a little bit angst to go and vote for some reason, and I don't get it because it's so important.
It is so important, and I think part of the reason is that it's hard to campaign against or vote against the person you're going to bump into at Walmart. I love Donald Trump. I voted for him 3 times so far. I've not ever encountered him. I'm probably not likely to, unless he wants me to. I mean, I'll go up tomorrow if I
Sure.
get the call. But school board members, I'm going to bump into them at Walmart. I'm going to bump into them at McDonald's. To ignore it, than to address it, because it becomes doesn't have to, but it can become a little confrontational at times.
Well, Mayhew and Hardwick.
Yes.
We took a vacation, so to speak, in St. Louis. And she won't call it a vacation, but I thought it was kind of cool. Anyways, and so they had threatened to take over the show. So I says, fine, let's do it on the 4th of July. And they're against each other. They're running against each other for Senate.
Yes.
And they ran the show along with JP over here. And we were absent. I tried to call in the show. I couldn't figure it out. Well, I tried to send a message.
I'll tell you, that was the same day as the Freedom Parade, and Tara Peters and Benny Cook, two of our excellent representatives, were in that. We all met for lunch at the Tater Patch after they did that show. They met us there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So they're good guys, even though they're running against each other.
They're both a lot of fun.
They're both a lot of fun. Good, a lot of integrity, good spirited. Yeah. So it was fun. Yeah, they were bragging about being on your show. I forgot it was a Friday. To me, it felt like a Saturday. I'm like, what are you doing on Weinbaum's show? But they had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was wondering how that would work out, if they would get into a squabble or anything like that. They get along fine.
No, they're good guys.
Yeah, he says he kept them from killing each other.
Did you? Yeah, crack that whip. Put a chair in between them.
He cracked the whip. He's always taking the phrase. I'll tell you that.
So,
yeah,
I'll wrap up my spiel on municipal elections, because I know you have some other topics you want to talk about. But the Republican Central Committee here in Rolla, which covers all of Phelps County, we have a subcommittee called the Republican Initiatives and Action Meeting, and that's open to the community. And that's at 5:30 the first Thursday of every month at the Eugene Northern Community Center. It's right before our Central Committee meeting, so anyone is welcome to attend. And then if they chose to stay for the Central Committee meeting, they could do so for sure. Right now, we're working on our annual picnic at Lions Club Park. That's going to be September the 4th at 5 p.m. And we have it every year. And we're trying to bring back the fun, Yeah. A lot of the things that we discuss, it's heavy and it can get contentious. Sure. We want to bring some fun. We want to remind people that no, we're fun and we're family friendly in a real way.
And what do you mean by that?
There's not going to be any drag queens.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But we will have some musicians. We've got some activities for the kids. So bring your kids out. Meet your local electeds. So if you want to know more about municipal elections, I will be there. Some of our municipal candidates and electeds will be there. Our local county electeds will be there. Our state electeds will be there. So we're bringing in some community involvement for what's considered mostly conservative causes. Missouri Right to Life will be there. We have another pro-life organization that'll be there. CASA, who the Republican women support, will be there. So just find out what's going on in the community that you as a conservative can support.
What about voting early? Should we all be voting early? Because I talked a lot about that on the show. Get your butts out there and vote early before they get a chance to run us off. And disappoint a bunch of people saying, oh, well, they're already so far ahead.
Right.
No, don't let that happen to us anymore. We got to vote when we can. As soon as they open that door, you be the first one in there or the second, but get there and vote right now. And we did. I talked a lot about that. JJ Bradshaw, he's a guest on the show. And he says, oh, yeah, I'm voting early, and he did. And I don't know. I think that might have had some effect. I would stress that the moment you get a chance to vote, you do it right now.
It's so easy.
Wouldn't you agree with that, dear?
That was a big thing for the national election.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
no, absolutely.
I voted early for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was so easy. Conservatives really resisted, Republicans resisted that for a long time. I think it's our, we feel it's our patriotic duty to get up on election day, stand in that line, cast your ballot. And I still agree with that. I still think ideally that's the way to do it. However, we have seen how voting early can turn the tide of an election. Yeah. And I've done it since then because I serve as an election judge most years. So I go and I vote early, and it's so easy.
Absolutely.
It's so easy. And so the conservatives have really come around, have really embraced it. And like Lisa said, it seemed to make a difference for the national elections this year.
Okay. Yep. Other than Dave Weinbaum show, where can people find you, call you?
Well, I sent some information to JP. You could always find me at the committees. I support a common sense education PAC.
Okay.
That's how you can support these municipal candidates, our school board candidates, to stop the invasion of socialists into our rural community. So check that out.
That's posted
yes, we have stuff there.
WinRed.
So.
Yep, WinRed. Yep, okay. Check that out.
We got
if you're inclined to throw some money behind some of these conservative candidates to keep us red and rural, in our rural areas, feel free to do so.
Well, thanks for being a guest first-time guest on this show.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Maybe we'll have you back and
it was a lot of fun.
Stay in touch.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.
You. Okay, well, we got 50 seconds to go, and I thought the show went pretty darn good for being on a Thursday. I think we got a good amount of people listening, and we'll probably play this back maybe Monday or so. Monday or Tuesday, and we're going to see a lot of stuff on YouTube and. From this show and from all the shorts my son does after this.
And, of course, next Friday, August 15th, back at the regular time, 8 o'clock Central Time.
Yes. We're going to chain you to that chair. Thank you so much for listening to the show and being constant and there for us. We'll be back for next week.